Hi guys, thought I'd just do a recording of a live session demo really of the new FCD MK4 Plus Ghost Box that I'm shortly going to be releasing. This is the Ghost Box, so it's based on the successful, sold over 500 units of these, the MK4, FCD MK4 on site. And as I've mentioned earlier in some of my Facebook updates, I've added quite a few new features to the MK4 to make it the MK4 Plus. Still got the nice wood effect, try and show you, wood effect finish to it. Okay, and it's got all the usual things that were the same things that were on the MK4 plus the extra added parts to it, including a brand new radio setup. It doesn't actually use the original box's radio, which you had to keep pressing the button on the front here to keep the sweep going. This one actually works off a sweep on off button here on the side here. It's a toggle switch that you can put on and off there, and it's a linear FM sweep, but it's actually got DSP with it, so it's silent between the actual snippets of sound that comes through. So that makes it easier to listen to each snippet of sound that we believe is being manipulated by Spirit. You can use, if you want, you still can use on this if you'd like the stop start sweep button. It's still there available, and you can actually use it because the original FM radio is still left built into this console. It's got a reverb unit on it, as the MK4 had as well, but this one's a lot more sensitive and seems to work really well, which I'll try and show you in a moment. And you can actually turn the reverb on and off on this, which you couldn't on the original MK4, and it did use up quite a lot of the battery, the reverb. So on this one you've got the option to actually turn off independently the reverb when you don't, if your battery's a little low and you don't really want to use it. Got the same carrying handle as before, so you can carry this around with you. This one's got an extended antenna, full length antenna on this one, that you can take off. You can just unscrew it and it pulls off, so it makes it handy for carrying around, not going to get your antenna broken. That just connects back in when you need it. It's got audio out on this one as well, like the original MK4, so you can record to your computers or put it through a larger amplifier and speaker, or even use earphones with it if you prefer to do that. It's got the USB port in, which I'm going to show you in this session again, so you can put a USB stick in there. Okay, with sound banks on that you can get off the internet, so you can use that option as well in the Ghost Box, and that just fits in nicely in the top there. Okay, I'll show you all these things in a minute. It's got TF card, and it's got a USB charger cable that comes with it as well. You also get the USB, the 3.5mm audio lead with the unit as well. On the back of it you've got, try to turn that right around for you, as well as the 4.5 volt battery that's inside the unit that's working the radio side of things. Again, to make this unit last longer out in the field, the reverb's got its own independent 9 volt battery now. The 9 volt battery before was working the radio, the amplifier and the reverb. Now the reverb's just working off that on its own, so that should last a lot longer. And the battery unit basically takes, with the sweep unit inside, takes 3 1.5 volt AA batteries there. So the only battery you've got to worry about, and if you get rechargeable ones, they'll last forever. So that's a much better. The much better battery holders as well as on the original MK4, in that you can just clip these out, push them straight in. There's no silly sort of on-off buttons on the case or trying to prise the case lid down on them. Thought this was a lot easier way of doing it, and seems to work well. I've moved the position of the FCD Crystal Booster Pack, okay, the Element 5 Crystal Booster Pack, to on the side here, just by the aerial. Just makes it easier to attach it to the aerial, and give it a little shake. You can hear it there, you can hear all the chips of crystals that are in there, quartz crystals that work through with a metal rod through the centre of them, to agitate the signal that's coming through and amplify it in a natural energy way. Okay, So without further ado, I'm going to give this a little go. Just move this wire around the back of here, out of the way, and just get this position so you can all see it okay. And we'll do a little session here. It's quite simple, very easy to operate this time round. There's none of it all pressing the buttons on the front here and that. So basically what I do is I turn on the sweep on off and the reverb on off on the side here. Push the power button on, you know when the power's on, there'll be a blue light lit up there, and also there'll be a flashing LED in the speaker compartment. Straight away the sound starts sweeping and going through. There's no pushing of any buttons on the front for it. Give it a little bit of reverb. Just adjust that. Hello, is there anybody there that would like to come through and use this box? Could you be a little bit clearer with that name, please? You can turn up the volume, by the way, on this, on the front here, on the panel. That's volume down, volume up. That's, just hold it, and then that'll take the volume higher up. Hello, would anybody like to come through, please? Is there anybody there that'd like to come through and talk? Sorry, was that? Was it myself? Hello, hello? Hello, my friend, did you come through then? Would you like to tell us who you are? Give us your name. What name did you give them, please? Is that Richard? That sounded like Richard to me. Can you confirm that for me, please? Sometimes you get a lot clearer. You can hear the words coming through clearer if you turn the reverb right off. I'll try that for a little time now and see. We did have a name of Richard. Could you confirm if that's true? Is there anybody else around in this room that would like to come through? Is there anyone there that would like to speak through this box? Hello? Is there anyone that would like to come through, please? What you can do is turn, I mean, if it does go from halfway to the ridiculous. If you turn it all the way up, the reverb, some people like it. They seem to think it alters, you know, if people want to alter it in that way, they will do. Is there anybody there that would like to come through? I'm listening. Very difficult unless you get a very clear voice. So I usually put it around sort of a quarter of the way down, just to give you that little bit of echo on the actual voice, and sometimes it just gives you that extra quality of hearing it. would you like to give me the first definite voice through this new ghost box? Can you come through and show me that you want to work with it, please? Come through and tell us your name. We mean you no harm, we just want to know if that you're around. Okay, what I'm going to show you now is that this is a really versatile, it's more of an actual ghost box portal more than anything else. So what I'm going to do now is, we'll turn the sweep off of this side here, and then we'll plug it in. It should automatically take this. I pull out the auxiliary lead there out the top of it, okay, and then we'll just plug in this sound bank. I don't know how many words I've got on this because I had to do it quite quickly this afternoon, but we'll...
There were other groups, there were people that were talking about immigrants' rights.
We'll set it up from the beginning. So that's the Bluetooth sound that you get when Bluetooth's on. So then what you need to do is click it one more time.
Anna, who's the Secretary of Homeland Security, was the President
I've obviously got some other
Homeland
on there.
Security, Department of Homeland Security, to the ICE raids that have gone.
Just try and put it in again. I don't know whether these are just random, these files.
For immigrants, there was some messaging about that, but the cow message you get.
I'm wondering if
we need to end these wars, we need to restore our...
I thought I found files with it, but I picked up the wrong one. Just turn that off a second. I'm wondering if I've got the right thing here, because the last time I did it, seems to be the file. It should really... Let me just see if I can send it back to the beginning and see if that'll do it.
Standing in the world by being the leaders that we were.
Right, forget that part of it. We're going to have a look at that later. I don't know what's happened to my sound files on the USB stick. They were there this afternoon when I did it, but there just seems to be a random guy talking there. Sounds like off a radio show. I'll have a look at that. I might have to reload them back on, but you get an idea of how you use it. You pop it in the top there and the sound files come through randomly. Okay, usually. You don't normally usually get a load of radio there, which is very odd. Anyway, that is another option on the box. Yeah, it's a nice box, as you can see. It's a good quality build. I've put a lot of creativeness into it. I mean, I've designed all the actual... I'll try and show you up to the camera. All the wood effect on laminate, and then I seal them with inkjet printer sealer. All the printing's done myself on it. On the top there you see it's got a lovely, if I just move that handle you'll see here in the corner there, look, it almost looks like it's been burned into the wood. The FCD symbol there in the corner to give it that nice oldie worldy look, and like I say there's even the unique Fifth Element crystal box there on the side. Okay, there it is. Right, I'll try and... I've got to keep the video fairly short, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what it looked like and how it sounded. What I do want to do is do a proper session. Hopefully I'm going away on holiday next week, but if I get a chance to do a proper session with Spirit within the next few evenings, depending on how busy I am, I'll use this box and I'll give you, well, we may even use the Book for the Dead as well, and then we'll see if we can get through a lot more Spirit and see how it goes from there. I hope you enjoyed watching that. You can see it's a nice clear sound and a good ghost box to take out on your investigations. Okay, thanks for watching guys.